All right, everybody, welcome back. We're going to be diving into AI today, and I think it's safe to say that we're all hearing a lot about AI these days. But how do we, actually use it for our businesses? Without needing to go back to school and get a PhD.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think a lot of people feel that way. And that's really what we want to explore today. How do you create a practical roadmap to integrate AI into your business without, getting lost in the hype?
Okay, so a roadmap. So it's not just like sprinkle some AI on it and hope for the best.
No, not at all. The funny thing is you actually want to start by not even thinking about AI at first.
Wait, what? We're talking about AI, but we're not supposed to think about AI.
It sounds counterintuitive, I know, but the most important thing is to start with your business goals. What are you already trying to achieve? Then think about how AI can be a tool to help you reach those goals. Don't get caught up in the AI for AI's sake trap.
Yeah. Right, so it's not about chasing the shiny new AI toy. It's about figuring out how AI can help you solve real business problems that you're already facing.
That's exactly it. A lot of companies get distracted by the latest AI trends without really thinking about how they fit into their overall strategy. It's like, buying all the fancy new kitchen gadgets, but then never actually using them to cook anything.
Exactly. So how do we avoid falling into that trap? How do we make sure we're using AI strategically?
Well, like I said, start with your business goals. A great example of this is Netflix. They use AI to personalize those movies and show recommendations for each user, and that helps them solve a very specific business problem, reducing churn, which is, the rate at which people cancel their subscriptions.
Ah, that makes sense. So they're not just using AI for the sake of it, they're using it to keep people engaged and coming back for more.
Right, and they're doing it with a combination of collaborative filtering and deep learning algorithms, which are both powerful AI techniques.
Okay, so let's say you have a clear business objective, and you've identified how AI can help you achieve it. But you're not going to just go at it alone, right?
Definitely not. AI projects often require a significant investment, in terms of time, money, resources. So getting buy-in from stakeholders, especially leadership, is absolutely crucial.
So how do you go about getting that buy-in, especially if people are maybe a little hesitant or skeptical about AI?
Communication is key. You need to be able to clearly articulate the potential benefits of AI, how it aligns with the overall business strategy, and what kind of resources will be required.
So it's about painting a clear picture of the value that AI can bring to the table, not just throwing a bunch of technical jargon at people.
Exactly. You need to educate stakeholders and get them excited about the possibilities. A good example of this is Amazon. They've been incredibly successful with using AI for supply chain optimization.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that, how they use AI to predict demand, optimize inventory, and streamline deliveries.
Exactly. And they didn't just implement the technology, they showcased its impact on the bottom line. They demonstrated how AI could make their operations more efficient, ultimately leading to increased profitability.
So they made a strong business case for AI. That makes sense.
Yes. And that clarity helped them secure buy-in from leadership and really paved the way for a widespread adoption of AI across the company.
Okay, I'm starting to get the picture here, but what about timelines? I think there's sometimes this assumption that AI is like a magic wand, that you can just wave it and all your problems will disappear overnight.
Haha, yeah, I hear that a lot. But in reality, AI is not an instant fix. It takes time, resources, careful planning to implement effectively.
So it's more of a marathon than a sprint.
Exactly. And it's important to set realistic expectations. Starting with smaller pilot projects can be a great way to demonstrate quick wins, build momentum, and get people excited about the possibilities before diving into larger scale initiatives.
Yeah, that makes sense. Start small, prove the concept, then scale up. Speaking of scaling up, I imagine AI projects can get pretty expensive.
It certainly can. Budgeting for AI goes beyond just the cost of software or platforms. You need to consider things like data infrastructure, the expertise you'll need, and the training required to get your team up to speed.
Right? Because AI isn't just about the technology itself, it's also about the people who are going to be using it.
Exactly. And don't forget about the iterative process, that trial and error that's often involved in AI projects. That all factors into the overall cost. It's about looking at the entire life cycle of the project from conception to implementation and beyond.
Okay, so it sounds like we've identified a crucial theme here. AI is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process.
Absolutely. It's about building a foundation that can grow and evolve with your business, allowing you to continuously learn, adapt, and refine your AI strategy as you gather more data and gain more experience.
That's great insight. So now that we've covered the importance of aligning AI with business goals, getting stakeholder buy-in, and being realistic about timelines and budgets, let's get into the nitty-gritty of building an AI strategy. What are the key steps involved?
All right, let's break it down into a series of actionable steps. First, we need to revisit those business goals, but this time we're going to look at them through an AI lens.
So we're back to business goals again. Okay, I see the theme here, but this time we're looking at them through an AI lens, huh?
Exactly. We're refining them, making them AI specific. So, for example, instead of saying improve customer satisfaction, you might ask yourself, how can AI personalize the customer experience and reduce resolution times?
Okay, yeah, that's much more focused. So once we've got those AI-driven objectives, what's next?
Next, you need to take a good look at your data. It's time for a data
A
inventory.
data inventory, so like taking stock of what we've got.
Exactly. You need to understand the type of data you have. Is it structured or unstructured? Is it clean and well organized? And most importantly, do you have enough of it?
Right, because I imagine feeding your AI bad data wouldn't be very helpful.
You got it garbage in, garbage out, as they say. So once you understand your data, you can start to identify potential use cases.
Use cases. So this is where we figure out how AI can actually be applied to solve those business problems.
Exactly. This is where you get to be creative and think about where AI can make a real difference. Can it automate a tedious process, provide deeper insights from your data, maybe even predict future trends?
So for example, if we're a company that's struggling with customer churn, we could use AI to predict which customers are most likely to leave.
Exactly. By analyzing things like customer behavior patterns, purchase history, and even interactions with your website or app, AI algorithms can identify those at-risk customers.
And then we could proactively reach out to those customers and try to address their concerns before they decide to leave.
Exactly. That's a perfect example of a use case where AI can make a real impact.
Okay, so we've got our goals, our data, and our use cases. What's next? Do we just hit the AI button and let it do its thing?
Not quite. Now we need to assemble our AI dream team. This could involve hiring new people like data scientists, engineers, AI specialists.
Or maybe training our existing employees to work with AI.
Absolutely. You could also consider partnering with external AI consultants or technology providers. The key is to have the right mix of skills and expertise to make your AI vision a reality.
And of course, we need the right tools, right?
Of course, there's a whole world of AI platforms, tools, and software out there. Choosing the right ones depends on your specific needs, technical capabilities, and budget.
Yeah, it can get overwhelming quickly. There are so many options to consider.
Definitely. That's why having a solid strategy is so important. It helps you navigate all the choices and make informed decisions.
So even with a great strategy and the perfect tools, we still need to test and refine our AI solutions, right?
Absolutely. This is where pilot projects come in. They let you test your AI models in a controlled environment before rolling them out more widely.
So it's like a dress rehearsal for our AI.
Exactly. It's a chance to see how things work in the real world and make any necessary adjustments before going all in.
Makes sense. So it's not about instant perfection, it's about continuous improvement.
Exactly. Think of it as an ongoing evolution rather than a one-time deployment.
Okay, we've covered aligning AI with business goals, securing stakeholder buy-in, data assessment, identifying use cases, building a team, selecting tools, and piloting our AI solutions. Did we miss anything?
There's one crucial piece left. We need to figure out how to measure the success of our AI initiative. How do we know if all this effort is actually making a difference?
Right, we can't just assume AI is working its magic in the background. We need a way to track its impact.
Exactly, and that's where key performance indicators, or KPIs, come into play.
KPIs, I've heard that term, but honestly, I'm not always sure what it actually means.
KPIs are measurable metrics that help you track your progress towards your goals. In the context of AI, they tell us if our AI initiatives are actually delivering the results we're looking for.
So for example, if our goal was to reduce customer churn, a relevant KPI might be the churn rate itself.
Precisely. You'd track how the churn rate changes after implementing your AI-powered churn prediction model. If it goes down, that's a good sign your AI is working.
Okay, I'm starting to get it. But choosing the right KPIs must be tricky, right?
It can be. The key is to select KPIs that are directly aligned with your AI goals and the specific use cases you're addressing.
So if we're using AI to automate a process, we might measure the percentage of tasks successfully automated or the reduction in manual labor hours.
Exactly. You're measuring the specific impact of AI on that particular process, but it's not just about the numbers. We can't forget about the human element in all of this.
So it's not just about the technology, it's about people.
Exactly. It's about communication, transparency, and empathy. You need to clearly explain how AI will augment human capabilities, not replace them.
So it sounds like we need to make sure people feel like they're part of this whole AI thing, not like it's going to take their jobs.
Exactly. It's about making sure people understand how AI can actually make their jobs easier and more fulfilling.
So instead of focusing on what AI could replace, we should highlight how it can enhance what humans are already doing.
Precisely. And sometimes, just explaining the technology isn't enough. People connect with stories, right?
So like real-world examples of how AI is making a positive difference.
Exactly. Share stories of how AI is helping people achieve more or be more productive. That can really help people see AI in a more positive light.
Okay, I like that focus on the human element. So to wrap things up, what are the key takeaways you want our listeners to remember as they embark on their own AI journeys?
Well, I think this most important takeaway is that AI isn't just for tech giants. It's something any business can benefit from, regardless of their size or industry.
Right. It's about starting with clear goals, getting everyone on board, and having a realistic roadmap.
Exactly. And remember, AI is a powerful tool, but it's not a magic solution. It takes time, effort, and continuous learning.
So instead of just listening to this and saying, that was interesting, I challenge our listeners to take action right now. Grab a pen and paper or open a new document and start sketching out a high-level AI strategy for your own team.
Yeah, think about those top 2 or 3 business objectives where AI could really make a difference. Then look at your data. What do you have and what might you need to get?
And who are those key stakeholders who need to be on board with this AI vision?
And don't forget about those timelines and budgets. Start with something manageable, a pilot project that can demonstrate quick wins and get everyone excited about the possibilities.
Exactly. This isn't about creating the perfect plan right away. It's about starting the conversation and taking those first steps.
Remember, even the most sophisticated AI strategies start with a single step.
So don't be intimidated by AI, break it down, focus on your goals, and be open to experimenting and learning along the way.
We've talked a lot about how AI can solve existing problems, but what really gets me excited is its potential to unlock entirely new possibilities.
So not just doing things better, but doing entirely new things we haven't even thought of yet.
Exactly. Maybe it's creating a brand new product line, or tapping into a new market, or even disrupting your entire industry.
That's the real power of AI, isn't it? Pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
And the crazy thing is, we're still just scratching the surface of what AI can do. The future's wide open.
So stay curious, stay adaptable, and keep pushing those boundaries.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive into crafting an AI-driven business strategy. We hope you found it insightful and, most importantly, empowering.
Remember, the future of your business is in your hands, and AI can be an incredible tool to help you shape that future.
Until next time, happy innovating.